All right, y'all. I want y'all to walk down this block with me. Pooh Shiesty cooked. I mean, like rotisserie, just spinning, just in that joint on 350, just going. I mean, just cooked. I mean, Pooh is cooked. But let me tell you why. So, peep game. This right here was from what the other day.
Want him out of jail. Pooh Shiesty, whose real name is
Man,
Lontrell
spin the
Williams.
block back. Let's
Memphis
go.
rapper's lawyers want him out of jail. Pooh Shiesty,
Of course they
whose
want him
real
out.
name is Lontrell Williams, is being held on charges of kidnapping and robbing Atlanta rapper Gucci Mane. He's being held behind bars, deemed a flight risk.
Of all
Williams'
pictures to use of
attorneys want
Gucci.
him out of custody with strict conditions. The prosecution argues he has not complied with supervision in past years. A judge has not ruled yet. The trial is scheduled for February of next year.
All right, peep game. See, we gonna go down the rabbit hole because your boy cooked. A lot of people was talking about.
Warning the federal
A lot of people was talking about.
government.
Yeah, yo, relax. I got it. A lot of people was talking about how Pooh might come home. They don't have the contract. They don't have the jewelry. They don't have the guns, et cetera, et cetera. Like, if y'all been living under a rock the past couple months, you don't know that Pooh Shiesty, for one, he was signed to the new 1017, which is Gucci Mane's label, and he ended up doing prison time. And while he was in prison, he had a cousin. And why is the cousin name not coming to my head right now? I don't know, but we gonna figure it out right now. Big Scar, bingo, there we go, Big Scar. So his cousin Big Scar, who was also signed to new 1017, he ended up dying. I think he overdosed, if I'm not mistaken. He ended up dying, and Gucci said he was gonna pay for the funeral. So while Gucci said he's gonna pay for the funeral, I think as time went on, nothing was happening. And one thing Gucci said, hey, like, because one thing you signed to Gucci, we signed to like almost any label to give you the chain. That's like the starter kit. I mean, you get the chain with the logo on it. So I'm guessing Big Scar had a couple 1017 chains, and Gucci, which I really don't think is Gucci. If you outside, not even just outside, if you in a relationship with not even just a woman, period, a black woman, they don't even really matter. They don't really think what goes on. See, as a street nigga, you just be like, man, I take the loss. I mean, that nigga dead. Yeah, I mean, let the family have them chains. I think it was, what's her name, Keisha, behind Gucci saying, man, you need to get them chains back. He dead anyway. We could use that. That could go to someone else or something like that. So, long story short, Gucci asked the family for them 1017 chains back. So, of course, that's going to put a salty taste in anybody's mouth. You know what I mean? Your loved one just died. You saying you're going to pay for the funeral. Now you asking for these chains back. So I personally don't think that was Gucci. You know what I mean? But Gucci gotta ride with his woman. His woman saying, do this. I mean, he gotta do what he do. You know what I mean? But he still should be like, yo, this ain't your place. Relax. You know what I mean? Like, some street shit. You know what I mean? Like, this ain't just business. This ain't just, all right, he died. I need all that back. Like, it ain't that. You see what I'm saying? But I think that's the grounds that Gucci was walking on. 'Cause I think that's how it got to that conclusion. But he ain't gonna come out and say that. And now you just throwing her under the bus. But now the family was like, nigga, you ain't getting shit back and yada, yada, yada. So you know how that back and forth go. And apparently they said that I think that Keisha had showed that she paid $10,000 or something like that. And granted, that is enough for a funeral, depending on what kind of funeral you're throwing. I mean, you're throwing a little small funeral, yeah, it'll cover it. You know what I mean? But I'm guessing it won't large enough or something like that, or they wanted more, and who knows. But that whole little exchange with the Big Scar death, while and that's Pooh Shiesty's blood cousin. So the whole situation with Big Scar passing, and then the issue with the family and Gucci Mane, that shit hit Shiesty wrong. So of course, and Shiesty, he's from Memphis, and Gucci Mane is from Atlanta. And when Gucci and Yo Gotti was getting into it, I think Yo Gotti he had knocked down Keisha while her and Gucci was dealing with each other. So, and then there was a bunch of things like Gucci was dropping on October 17th, and Yo Gotti dropped the album or mixtape on October 17th. So it's like this whole 10/17 thing. Gucci felt the way about that, and then you know what I mean, knocked down homie girl. So they had a whole thing back and forth. And one thing that Gucci did, I don't know if this was out of retaliation. It had to be. They said he would just sign the Memphis rappers just off the strength. Like, without even hearing them, he just signed them to record contracts. I'm guessing that was like a divide and conquer type thing. It was like, I'm going to just get all these Memphis guys over here. I'm going to put money in their pocket. They right in your backyard, but I'm going to put money in their pocket type thing. You know what I mean? And Pooh Shiesty was one of them guys that he signed, and he just happened to take off. When he came home, you know, the whole situation with the big scar. And also, Yo Gotti being from Memphis and Pooh Shiesty's from Memphis, telling him, Yo Gotti's telling Pooh, like, yo, you got out of that contract with Guwap, you come over here and sign. You feel me? You be a CMG artist, we'll pay you more and whatnot. So Shiesty told Guwap, like, yo, I need to get out of this contract. Gucci, like, you ain't getting out of nothing. You better get it back in blood. You know what I mean? Like, you just dropped FDO. First Day Out is hitting. It's the biggest record out here. Not even just on the streets. This is the biggest record that's just going right now. Like, the video going crazy too. Like, man, I ain't letting you go for nothing. This joint is dropped on the 10/17. Nigga, this is mine. This all me. I'm not about to let you go. You my biggest artist. You know what I mean? Like, why would I do that? That don't make sense. So, Pooh Shiesty, and he's stationed in Dallas because he's on probation. And I'm guessing he's still in the halfway house, so that's where he was at in Dallas because he's doing his halfway time there. I think he got an apartment out there, something like that, condo, something like that. And he be going to the studio out there in Dallas. And he told Gucci Mane he need to set up a meeting because he want to talk about the contract and him getting off and all of that. So in the midst of setting up this meeting, they also set up a Jux, a Lick, a Sting. Shiesty had his homies, you know what I mean, Big 30. He had his pops, couple other dudes that he rocked with, you feel me? And they planned the whole meet with Gucci Mane at the studio, talk about his contract. And his pops went to like a Staples or something like that to print out a contract. It was a contract release. And I'm gonna just fast forward the story. They made Gucci Mane sign this contract release under duress. They put the guns on him and all that. And then they took it a step further. Everyone that Gucci had with him that was in the studio, because they, you know, Gucci, he rides with police as his security, like off-duty police, either off-duty police or they're retired police. I'm not sure. And they was outside at the time. Like, they was outside the studio. But then while this whole thing is happening, one of the cameramen that be with Gucci, he's texting Gucci security, which is the off-duty police, and like let him know, like, yo, something's going down. They got guns and all this. Big 30, he's in front of the door. So the off-duty cops, they try to come in. 30 blocking the door. They look past 30 and they see the guns and whatnot, and they don't want to make the situation worse because they can get their client Gucci shot. So they back off and whatnot. But the whole time, Gucci and them signed this contract under duress. Like I said, they took it a step further. They robbed everybody that was in the building or that was in the studio at that time. They robbed Gucci Mane for his wedding ring, his watch, unscrewed his earrings. You know they really don't like you when they unscrew your earrings. Like, yo, take that off. Chains, all that. So they stripped that boy naked. They took jewelry from Gucci Mane's homie. They took the Rolex from Gucci Mane's cameraman, and they also roughed him up too. I think they like choked him out. And this happened in January of 2026 this year. I don't think they came and pressed charges. Or that same day, Gucci Mane made a statement to the Dallas police, but it must have been a bigger investigation that they was working on because they didn't come and get Pooh and the rest of them guys, Pooh's dad and all of them, until what, March 10th or something like that. And also a part of what was going on inside of that room after they made Gucci sign the contract release under duress, Shiesty asked his pops, was like, yo, is that it? He looked over and he was like, yo, make sure he dated. And they were saying that it don't really seem that the pops really wanted any parts of it for real. You know what I mean? But you got to ride with your son. You feel me? So, I don't know. But the whole time, while that situation was going on, after they got charged, everybody's saying, nah, they good because they don't have the items. The feds don't got a video of what happened there, even though they said the whole thing that was taped was on video, right? They said somebody in there recorded him signing under duress and all of that. They recorded it, but the feds don't have it, right? They don't have the guns. Only statements they got is from the victims, RD, which is Gucci Mane, Gucci Mane's homie, and the security guards and the cameraman, but they don't have no evidence. There's no footage of the robbery, right? Like, there's nothing going down. You see them coming in, and then you see them leaving out, and then they put together things like they was at a hotel, they took a Greyhound back, things like that. And I think 2 of them ended up getting a bond. Big Pooh's dad got a bond. I want to say 30 got a bond, I think. I'm not sure. And it was like 9 of them all together. They finally caught the 9th guy. And they're trying to say that Pooh's trying to go for another bond, which we just saw in the last video. But a whole lot of new developments just came out. And this is why I say that Pooh's cooked. And I'm hoping she breaks it down here because I didn't do no research beforehand. Grant, I know a bunch of what's going on, but I didn't scour the internet to find out where all the sources are, but hopefully she breaks it down right here. I think she does.
Says rapper Pooh Shiesty is simply too dangerous to be out on bond. The rapper's real name is...
I apologize, right? So he's asking for a bond on the defense side. So the prosecution, their job is to rebuttal, to say why he shouldn't get a bond, right? So, remember we said that he might be coming home because, well, not we. People said he might be coming home because they don't have this, they don't have this, they don't have that, they don't have this. All they have is this. So, their whole case is kind of shaky, right? Apparently everybody was wrong. So, what the defense is trying to put up was like, yo, y'all don't have anything. You need to let him go. Let him be out on bond and fight this. And the prosecution is like, everything you thought we didn't have, we got it.
Is Lontrell Williams Jr. He is asking to be released on bond ahead of his trial. And you may remember he and 8 other men, including his father, are accused in the January robbing and kidnapping of his record label owner, Gucci Mane. The other defendants, including Shiesty's father and rapper Big 30, they're already out on bond. But here's this new filing. Prosecutors argue Shiesty should not be allowed out under any circumstances. They say no condition of release can protect the community or witnesses against Williams Jr. from the danger he poses. It goes on to say the danger here is concrete. Williams Jr. himself has shot at least 2 people. He leads a Memphis street gang of about 100 members. Excuse me. They say he's a man who could summon an armed entourage at will. And they contend he did just that in Dallas in January. We'll let you know what the judge decides. The trial is set for February.
Okay, she didn't say too much either, but I know someone who does have it. I don't need that. I don't be liking having all these tabs open unless I'm really looking for something. I know Seti Nash got it. This is, matter of fact, Seti Nash and got it. Flacco. Flacco's not up there. Let's see what City Nash got, because they also got the contract. I mean, granted, I personally don't feel like paying for the paperwork, because I don't really care that much for me to be paying for the paperwork to figure this out when other people already did it. But long story short, they have everything that we thought they didn't have. So they have the contract that we thought that wasn't like nowhere to be found, because like you produced this contract, of course it's under the rest, so it's nothing void. And is it a contract? Did he really sign anything? We don't know. It's all speculation right now. No, they have the contract. The feds have the contract. The feds have communication back and forth about crimes that they plotted on and were in commission of and things like that. I think they got that out of Big 30's phone, if I'm not mistaken. They also have the video. Remember I said they took a video in it. They have still shots of Gucci Mane and I think someone else with the bag and a homie with a Draco right next to Gucci. Everything you trying to say is maybe speculative, like y'all don't have it. It's kind of shaky. It's all hearsay. You can't believe them, so on and so forth. They have pictures of it. So in their defense on why they shouldn't let Shiesty out, it's like everything we charged him with and what we said, we have it all right here. So he's a menace to society. He should not be out on bond. Hopefully SETI breaks it down, because I don't feel like looking for it nowhere else.
The feds have it all. Yeah.
SETI got it.
What we're going to do is you're going to see the screen get bigger, because obviously I'm reading, and it is what it is. Government's response to defendant's motion for review of the detention order and for release on conditions. This means now we ain't going Pooh Shiesty. Y'all can see the table of contents and all this, and we just going to get straight into it. Defendant Lontrell Williams Jr. stands charged with
Lontrell Williams Jr. is Pooh Shiesty.
Kidnapping, conspiracy to commit kidnapping, Hobbs Act extortion, and conspiracy to the same. He was ordered detained after Magistrate Judge Tolliver appropriately determined that Williams Jr. posed both a flight risk and a danger to the community if released. Williams Jr. now moves to revoke this detention order and requests the court impose conditions of release. However, his detention was and continues to be appropriate under 3142G factors. For the following reasons, this court should deny the defendant's motion and request for an order setting conditions of release, and should continue Williams Jr.'s detention pending trial. Procedural and factual background. Williams Jr. orchestrated an armed kidnapping and robbery while on federal home confinement. On January 10, 2026, Williams Jr. and his 8 co-conspirators perpetrated the armed kidnapping and robbery of 3 victims in a Dallas, Texas music recording studio. Williams Jr., a popular recording artist who performs under the moniker Pooh Shiesty, also leads a Memphis-based street gang referred to as the Chopper Gang. At the time of the offense, Williams Jr. resided in North Texas, fulfilling the final months of a 63-month sentence for conspiracy to possess firearms in furtherance of violent and drug trafficking crimes in violation of 18 U.S.C. 9240, United States versus Lontrell D. And it says right here, as Memphis Detective Paul Petty, that's a damn superhero name, but whatever, previously explained to this court in the May 27, 2026 hearing regarding co-defendants Darius Waters' pretrial detention, the Chopper Gang is Memphis-based clique of Grape Street Crips that have been known to participate in homicides, robberies, carjacking, firearm offenses, and narcotics trafficking. Williams Jr. is the co-founder of the gang, which has close to 100 or more
They
members.
try to put gang on everybody.
I didn't know it was that deep.
Anyway,
as part of his sentence, Williams Jr. was required to reside in a Frisco, Texas apartment and was supervised by case managers with a Bureau of Prisons, BOP, contractor, Volunteers of America, VOA. Williams Jr.'s home detention included, among other things, requirements that he would not own or possess any dangerous weapon, associate with persons having a criminal record, or consume alcoholic beverages, unless given specific permission to do so otherwise. Williams Jr. was required by these conditions to remain at his place of residence, but Williams Jr. routinely failed to abide by these conditions throughout the course of his home confinement, assisted in...
Man, Pooh was on live with other streamers, like one Ben the Don. He from Memphis as well. And he's on the phone with the PO. The PO's like, you're supposed to be home. You're not home. He got an ankle monitor on. He's like, yeah, I am home. Yeah, that's my address. That nigga riding around in the car.
Skirting these requirements through the help of collusive VOA employees. Investigators have now learned that Williams Jr. was involved in an inappropriate relationship with at least one of his VOA case supervisors, and that this VOA employee was actively involved in entering fake day passes that would allow Williams Jr. to travel to unapproved locations while he was supposed to be confined to his residence. This misconduct extended to the day of the kidnapping itself on January 10, 2026. I was like, to me, the feds are slick saying, yo, had this person not even made him feel empowered and basically allowed him to leave, this robbery that was supposed to happen with Roderick Davis, this shit wouldn't even happen. Let's continue on because this is a longer video because that boy was dumb as hell. It's all over. On that day, the employee entered 3-day passes, allowing Williams Jr. to travel and contacted him 19 times over the course of the day. VOA later terminated the employee for this conduct. Despite having VOA employees actively assisting him and skirting the requirements of his home confinement, Williams Jr. still managed to be formally written up for violating his conditions on at least 4 occasions. These included
people got fired because he
providing
was on
a cold
bullshit.
urine sample on November 8, 2025, which was documented as a refusal. Failing to appear
That
for
was
his
from his
urinalysis
girl.
on January 30th, 2026, to which he claimed he was unable to secure transportation. Failing to report for his biweekly check-in on March 3rd, 2026, and claiming that he did not have transportation to report for a scheduled urinalysis.
This nigga's a fucking multi-millionaire, but he ain't got transportation to get to the damn shit to take a piss. Yo, Pooh was like, man, fuck y'all, nigga, I'm free. That nigga Pooh was just thugging it. That nigga said, I did my time, nigga, I'm home now. Fuck, nigga, these my streets. Do what the fuck I want.
Appointment on March 21st, 2026.
Heard what he said in the
when Williams
beginning.
Jr. asked if he could report the
FDO,
next morning for his
fuck the
test,
feds.
VOA approved this request, yet he still failed to report. On the afternoon of the offense, Williams Jr. was written up for being at an unapproved location. VOA records support the statements provided by the victims and witnesses that Williams Jr. was called and instructed to return to his home immediately, but he ultimately failed to do so. 2, Williams Jr. planned and executed the premeditated armed kidnapping to extort his way out of a recording contract. On the day of the offense, Williams Jr. lured Gucci Mane, a music industry executive and owner of a record label, and the other victims to Dallas under the guise of participating in a business meeting.
Yeah,
Williams
we know all
Jr.
this.
business open to negotiate, and certain Jr. was invited to Dallas. On January 8th,
This is all stuff we know already.
Gucci
We went
Mane
over. All right, here we
and
go.
repeated his demand that Gucci sign the release of the contract. Well, damn. Unsatisfied with merely obtaining the written release of the contract,
See,
Williams
look.
Jr. and
What they said that they don't have the phone. It's no video of what went on in that studio. All we have is what the guy said, the cameraman said. Now look at this. You have Pooh Shiesty with the shiesty on. You have damn, who the fuck was that? He said it in the record too. That's not 30. 30 was blocking the door. Where's that 30? I don't know. You got homie right here holding the gun. That might be 30. Holding the gun to RD. RD right here that's blocked out. That's Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane came through in the yellow. It left out blue. But nah, I don't know why they blocked him out. But probably because he just made a statement. That was it. But RD, Roderick Davis, that's Gucci Mane. So now you have, and you see the contract right here in his hand. That's the contract that he just printed up at like a Staples or a Kinko's, or is there a Kinko's still or something like that? Office Max or something. He just printed out earlier, right before he got to the studio. And they pulled out the drink. So you got the drink on him. You got the contract, and you got Gucci Mane and Shiesty right here. And they tell him like, yo, sign this contract. So the video that they were shooting pretty much saying like, yo, sign this contract. Because I'm pretty sure on camera, they wanted to make sure that the contract was valid. Pretty much saying like, yo, Gucci Mane signed my contract release. He's on camera signing my contract release. But you don't record the nigga with the gun in the shit. You know what I mean? You just have it staged to the point where it's like Gucci Mane like, yeah, I'm letting my artist Pooh Shiesty out of his contract, sign, date, boom. And then I'm pretty sure the contract itself is a standard release or something like that, but we don't know the literature of it yet. I mean, I kind of do, and it kind of seems like even Atlantic would be like, nah, because Atlantic is apparently, well, it kind of ain't. That's like I don't know, the whole you sign to one nigga to sign to another nigga. I don't know, it's weird, but I don't even think Atlantic would go for it for real.
announced that he wanted Gucci Mane And Big 30 recorded Gucci Mane on his cell phone, saying that
30
Pooh
passed
Shiesty
that
dropped from
Drake.
1017, all while co-defendant DeMarcus Glover, who had entered the recorded room as this altercation ensued, blocked the door holding a Draco. So now they said it actually wasn't Big 30 that was holding the door. So here you go right here. This is so goddamn stupid, bruh. This is the video right
They
here.
got it.
Never mind. So here you go. Example 00 depicting Williams Sr. holding a document in the recording room. Also featured are Williams
So that's
Jr.
the
in
dad
black,
with the
RD
contract.
in yellow. Government example 1 at 05 depicting Glover holding a Draco in front of the recording room door. Right,
That's
example 1 at
that's,
11:11
30
depicting
with
RD
the gun on
releasing Williams Jr. from
Gucci.
his contract. And then y'all see a Draco is a distinct firearm that resembles an AK-47 styled rifle. So there y'all have it.
Facts.
Y'all have it. The feds have the video. They watched this shit. These dummies were so damn stupid.
Man, we don't need to watch the rest of it. Shout out to Seti Nash, though. But yeah, Shiesty, you cooked, man. Shiesty cooked, man. Everything we thought that they didn't have, even the lawyers, they kind of giving everybody hope. Like, man, you don't have anything. You see what I'm saying? Like, this ain't got nothing to do with that. And then Big 30 lawyer, he went on. Vlad was like, they don't have anything. I mean, everything they say they got on Pooh, like, that don't got nothing to do with 30. You see what I'm saying? Like, what would 30 gain from Pooh Shiesty getting off of his label? Like, that has nothing to do with 30. I mean, granted, he's riding for his client, but the feds got your client right here holding the Drake. No, man, they all cooked, man. Now, all of that sound good on paper when you don't know exactly what they got, but that's also why they took so long. One thing about the feds, they not coming until they, like, almost are 100% that they can convict this case. You see what I'm saying? Like, once they, like, right there, they, like, 99.6% that they can convict you, they coming. And they took months. You see what I'm saying? This incident happened in January, and then they picked them up 2 months later. Of course the guns ain't around. Of course the goods ain't around. They done melted down them chains. Them diamonds is broken off of the bracket. They done cut them diamonds down. Them diamonds are sold somewhere else, man. All that's gone, of course. But it also don't help them that Gucci Mane tattle-told on a Zaytoven beat. So everything that he said on the record, and it corroborates the statement that he made to the Dallas police. Even though the feds picked it up, but still though, it's like, I don't know. But Pooh Shiesty cooked. Let me know what y'all think about this situation. Y'all think Pooh Shiesty going up? You know what I mean? Like he's gonna take that bus ride, because now he's gonna go up even longer, because you just on probation and you technically kind of just did the same thing you just came home for. And I don't even think he was like fully home. I think he was like halfway in, halfway out. That's how it is when you're in the halfway house. But I'm not sure. I don't know how long he been out. But I know he was still on probation though. So it don't look good. So the time he's gonna get, and he's also gonna get probation, or the probation time on top of that. So he's cooked, man. He's cooked, man. I mean, we still gonna bump FDO like it's going out of style. It's a hard record, but now he got to come with a second day out if he come home. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But y'all think Gucci gonna take the stand? I mean, he already made a statement. You know what I mean? And plus, I see Keisha like, nah, you got to go make a statement. You know what I mean? They didn't took your ring. They unscrewed your earrings out, man. You got to go to court. They unscrew your earrings out. You got to go tell. You got to go title tell. They unscrew your earrings out. Man, come on, man. But nah, yo, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Y'all think Pooh cooked or not? You know what I mean? Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that little bell so you know what I mean? I just uploaded another video or whatnot. You feel me? But yeah, we out of here.